Assalamu alaikum. Did you know that your body has a right over you? Yeah, that's absolutely true. You need to take care of yourself before you can fast. And there's those that can't fast, either due to a mental health concern or a medical condition. And it was narrated by Usama ibn Sharik in Tirmidhi that the Prophet Muhammad عليه وسلم stated that if we are going through an illness, that we should seek treatment. The definition of mental health, it covers a wide spectrum, from the worries and griefs that we go through on a day-to-day basis to the most bleak suicidal depression, where someone can lose a sense of touch of reality. There's over 100 mental health disorders, and the two most common mental health disorders is anxiety and depression. Anorexia. This is when someone has a lack or loss of appetite in food. It's an actual medical condition characterized as an emotional disorder. It's when someone has this obsessive desire of wanting to lose weight and they refuse to eat, and they're not advised to fast. Did you know that there's 725,000 men and women just in the UK affected by an eating disorder? And the good news is that statistics actually show that people can recover through counselling and medication. As a community, we need to support and not judge. And the key to positive mental health is support. So let me give you an example of a sister who had an eating disorder, anorexia. And she was going through her treatment plan. She was having regular meals, and her doctor strongly advised to not fast. However, her community were judging her. They would classify her as it's a sin to not fast. Her family were very negative towards her. She didn't feel she had the support around her. The environment around her was very negative. She felt the compulsion to have to fast, and she ended up fasting. And what happened was that she relapsed and she almost died as a result. So it's really important that if somebody is not fasting, that we do not judge them. And remember, people may not always tell you their personal circumstances. And for those who can't fast, please don't feel guilty or anxious, because you can still gain the same reward like those who are fasting. Some key tips on how to manage mental health during Ramadan. You are what you eat. So it's really important that you have healthy eating habits. So if you're eating a lot of sugary food, junk food, caffeine, this is what makes us irritable, and it makes us very lethargic. It will make it really difficult to fast. But there's a lot of research to show that if you eat healthy, such as lots of grilled food, lots of vegetables, lots of water, this will keep you positive with a good positive mental attitude, and you will be really energetic. Another tip is to remember the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's rules of food, that we should have 1/3 of food, 1/3 of water, and 1/3 of air. And this is really necessary when we're fasting, and this will help us through the day. Having a short nap is important so that we can get a sufficient amount of sleep, especially when the days are longer when we have to fast. There's research to actually show that we only need 15 minutes of siesta a day that will help us to be refreshed. As well as food for the body, we also need food for the soul. So reading the Quran, doing zikr, doing good deeds, all of this will help us to feel calm and at peace. Ibn al-Qayyum actually mentioned that this can bring us closer to our Creator. And also, what's also really important is to explore your emotions when you're fasting. Many of us will experience either irritability, or might get frustrated or angry. We may have really strong cravings, and recognize and notice, what does that do in your body? And it's really important that you're able to find ways of managing them emotions. So some examples could be looking at deep breathing, taking some time out of your routine, thinking about what you're actually saying to yourself. So if you're saying things that are quite negative or anxious or irritable thoughts, change them to more realistic, positive and motivated thoughts. And this will help you. If you are finding it a struggle, then do think about talking to a counsellor. Our Facebook group will continue providing valuable updates on Islamic mental health topics, events, training and much more. Join our group to participate and stay updated on the link provided below.